Well, my name's Susan Adams, and I am a dietitian. So this is the new thing that you're going to be seeing. This just came out a couple of weeks ago. It's called Choose MyPlate. And what do you see here? What is this telling you?
It's broken down to tell you what you should have.
What your plate should look like, yeah. Which I kind of like this as a dietitian, because trying to teach people about what to eat, sometimes when you talk about portions and the number of portions and portion size, and you're looking at a triangle or a pyramid, sometimes it's hard to translate that into what should my plate look like. And what do you notice about, for example, protein is the meat type group, and then there's grains, fruits, and vegetables. What do you notice about how much protein you need versus the other foods?
Protein and fruit are about equal.
Yeah, protein and fruit are about equal, that's right. But protein is a relatively small part of the plate. Most of us, or many of us, get more protein than we need in our diet. So relatively small amounts of protein, but then probably more fruits and vegetables and whole grains than we typically are eating. And it sounds like you guys know some good sources of those kinds of food. I already included this in your packet of materials. So it's just one of the things that I like, especially when I talk to different tribal groups, is just emphasizing that the traditional way of eating in the Native American culture, pretty much regardless of where you are, was a healthy way of eating. And there were, people had different sources of fruits and vegetables and meats. You know, the coastal people ate differently than people in the Midland, yeah.
Is fry bread okay?
Well, what do you think?
Fried.
It's fried. That fry word, I think,
Let's just say it's bread.
I actually think that
No.
any food is okay occasionally. And I know, like at the powwows and those kinds of things, that there's always going to be fry bread. And so, like, there's certain foods that I eat at Christmas time or at Thanksgiving that I'm not eating all year around every day. But if you include it occasionally, it's just fine. But when you're frying a bread, you're kind of taken away from the more concentrated source of nutrients. You're adding lots of calories without adding more nutrients is the main thing. So this again is just the basic concept of what you see on the food guide pyramid. It's also what you can see on the WIN forum in terms of what you should be eating from each food group.
I remember this.
Part of what you see down there is the couple of extras. And what are those extra foods? We already talked about some of them. The things at the top of the pyramid, what are those? What's that?
The junk food.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah, the sometimes foods. So the foods that are higher in fat and sugar or alcohol.